I was thinking tonight about how it's quite a challenge transitioning to living in the moment when you're used to living constantly in preparation for the future. I find that in particular, my mind obsesses about what I should do with my life and what's going to happen in my relationship life, what's going to happen with my relationships, existing or new ones. And both of these have in common, this what do I do and the relational realm. It's about giving more meaning to my life, as if meaning is what makes it okay. But what I'm learning in this transition is that it's not meaning so much as just presence. And there's a very big difference between meaning and presence. Meaning is what you're doing and how you're living in relationship to the world. Presence is about a state of mind, a state of being, that is just being with what is. And even in the spiritual realm, there's still this idea that you have to be purposive. You have to be doing something that matters. And, spiritual people who've had success with their books and lectures and so forth, they continue to, put that out there, and even they can fall into ego traps about trying to recapture lost glory. Even if they don't have anything new to say, just keep, trying to be popular again. And there doesn't need to be any new information necessarily, so much as just the practice of what is already out there and what we already know. And it takes a lot of practice to live in the moment, because our whole mind is structured around survival techniques that we've inherited biologically that are about preparing for future danger related to shelter and being attacked and so forth. And these have been narrowed down, these wide-ranging fears and preparation have been narrowed down to money and, preparing for career success and being focused on that kind of thing, which, is a part of our existence, but it can really dominate everything to be constantly preparing and planning and, focused on how to survive and so forth, to the point where your life is really a constant ball of stress. And in the realm of relationships, that biological pre-programming that we have to have children is something that can make us obsessive about finding a romantic relationship. Even if we don't want to have children, even if we're gay or at an age in which you no longer can have children, or whatever the case, it doesn't matter. That programming is still there to be obsessive about it. So I find that relationship thoughts and what should I be doing to add more purpose to my life are the two biggest challenges to just being with what is. And when I am with what is, when I can let go of those other kinds of obsessive thoughts, everything's fine. No matter what I'm doing, I feel at peace with it. So sharing about these thoughts and observing them is part of how I come to terms with them, by talking about them with other people. I didn't really know exactly what I was going to say when I started this, but my hope is that by better understanding these patterns, that they'll have less control over me and less control over you too, so that the mind becomes less dominant in our experience of life, and presence can become more predominant.